Alright, y'all, today we are going to turn this into this. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Today is the sick edition of Ratchet Meals with Yo Chef, Red Chef, 5 cents.
I'd probably take her. YK, that's all gold. Big rings, that's all gold.
Man, I'm done playing with these niggas, man, for real.
YK, that's all gold. Big rings, that's all gold.
I swear I gotta get to the bag. Shit.
Alright, so as you can probably hear, I ain't feeling too good today. So we making some bootleg chicken noodle soup and see if that helps any. I'm gonna throw some tea up in there for y'all too, cause I got a little trick for that. Now, usually I do this with just the frozen nuggets and the noodles. However, I have some greens left over. So today, we're gonna make it a little different, just a little bit. Alright, so we have our leftover greens right here. Alright, now I have some chicken nuggets, frozen chicken nuggets in here, but it's only about 4 in here, so I'm gonna have to open a new pack. We're gonna let that come to a boil and then we will be back. So I decided to dice up some onion because the onion is good for when you have a cold and you don't feel good. Garlic is also good for that, and I will be adding some garlic powder a little bit later. Now, this has started boiling, so what I'm going to do is stir it and then turn it down to medium. You want to stir it so everything is, all nice and good in there. And then once it starts boiling, you want to turn it down to medium so it doesn't cook too fast, because you don't want that either. Now we are going to let this water that's in here simmer out a little bit, so that when we go to add our flavor pack and our seasonings, it won't be so soupy, but we still want it a little bit soupy. It depends on how much water you like in it. But for the people who do like a little bit more water, like me, if I'm actually making soup, then we are going to continue on. Alright, so what we have here is our flavor pack that came with the noodles. And we're going to put that in there, just like so, and mix that up. Now, I have decided to add eggs, because I want eggs in it. Now we stir that up. Make sure, if you do choose to add eggs, just make sure you stir it up and break the yolks so that the eggs are not just like hard boiled in there. I have also decided that I wanted this soup a little creamy, so I am going to add milk And we stir that up. Yes, milk makes things creamy. In case y'all didn't know that. Just saying. Alright, we have some ground black pepper. Some garlic powder, because like I said, garlic does help with a cold. And we have some Creole seasoning to add a little spice, because spice also helps with a cold. Yes, it does. So, we're going to start adding. Now, yes, I did already put the flavor pack in there, but that flavor pack is just for the noodles. We are adding extra stuff to this, so we need a little more seasoning. And I'm using, you don't have to use this much garlic, but I like it. Creole seasoning does have salt in it, so you really don't need to add salt once you add this. Again, stir it up. Like Bob Marley, stir it up. Alright, I'm gonna stop singing because I sound like a frog. Alright, let that simmer, mix up, do what it do, and we will be back. Now, while we are waiting for the soup to do what it do, we're gonna make some tea, like I said. Okay, so here I have my tea cabinet. I have the tea bags. I have cough drops. And I have honey. I do not have any more lemon juice. However, I do use lemon juice in my tea. Alright, so we have our coffee pot. Now I remember in another video telling y'all that you can use a coffee pot to make tea. You really can. So we have our tea bags here. I use 8 tea bags for a full full thing. So you put your tea bags in there. And I have, as you can see, I have put water in the actual teapot, and we're going to fill it up. Put that back in there. Alright, that's back in there. We're going to turn this on, let that brew, and we will be back. Alright, while that is brewing, we are going to check our soup. And as you can see, it's going really well. We need to stir it right now. So we're going to stir it and continue to let it do what it do. Now, we do need to taste as we go. You know, just a little bit. Okay, so when you're cooking, you want to taste what you're cooking so that you know it tastes right. Now, if you're just making it for yourself, then you can eat off of the spoon all you want to. However, I have a little trick for when you're cooking for other people. Get yourself a little bowl or container or whatever else, okay? Alright, now what you want to do is take just a little bit, just a tiny little bit, like that, and put it in that bowl. And now your lips never touch the cooking spoon. This is very important, especially if you're sick. And now you can taste it. Alright, now after tasting it, I realized that I need to add some more garlic and some, so I'm going to do that right now. It also needs some more Creole powder. Stir that up. And taste again. But what we're gonna do now is turn it off, and we're gonna let that thicken up as it cools down, and we will be back. Alright, so while that's cooling down, the tea is done. So I'm gonna show you how I prepare. As you can see, we have sugar, cough drops, and honey. And I do this over the sink because I am not the most graceful person. Alright, I'm going to add the sugar. No, I do not measure a damn thing. For this size bottle, 4 cough drops is enough. And the reason I use this bottle is, well, 2 reasons actually. First, because it keeps hot things hot and cold things cold. Second, because I am a little clumsy, and so if I knock it over, there's no mess. Alright, now we have our honey, and I usually like to do 2 squirts of the honey, and that should be enough. Now we have our tea, and as you can see, I just spilled some, so it's been spilled in the sink, so there's really, not a big mess to clean up. All I gotta do is rinse it out. Okay, so you're probably wondering how I'm gonna mix this up because it's not a cup, so I can't stir it. Well, I can shake it, and it gets mixed up very nicely. Now that the tea is done, we are gonna check on our soup and see how it has thickened up. Stir that a little bit, and it looks good to me. So now alright, so our bootleg creamy chicken soup is done. But how does it taste? Let's find out. That is the
YK, that's all gold. Big rings, that's all gold.
Man, I'm done playing with these niggas, man, for real.
YK, that's all gold. Big rings, that's all gold.
I swear I gotta get to the bag. Shit.
Hey, that probably take her.